Today's sponsor is Audible. Please visit audiblepodcast.com/baldmove for a free audiobook download. Welcome to The Watching Dead, the officially unofficial podcast for The Walking Dead on AMC. I'm Jim.
And I'm Aaron.
And this week we're covering Season 3, Episode 10, titled Home. It doesn't feel like an Episode 10 to me, because the half season just really threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
We're on Episode 3 as far as I'm concerned.
It threw Mazera for a loop, too. Threw him right into the unemployment line.
Right into the gutter, just like they throw all their other showrunners. Rough justice. Okay, so do you have any news or events that you want to talk about right up front, or should we get into the feedback?
First,
recap.
I want to apologize for the quality of my voice.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
I immediately got sick as soon as I recorded last week's podcast, and it kind of laid me low. So I was
surprised. You sounded like you felt fine during the cast, and then told me the next day
that those 13% Russian Imperial beers you brought over didn't hurt any as far as numbing the pain, but. I'm glad we didn't have a podcast to do for a week because it took me about that long to be able to talk. So, a couple things to pimp up real quick is we're having a contest.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, Geraldine of the Because Show. Not only good for podcasts, but she's good for supplying swag. Cool. She got her hands on a brand new Amazon Kindle Fire.
Oh.
And she said, "Hey, I've got this Kindle Fire. Why don't you guys give it away?" So we created a contest at baldmove.com/contest. The way it works is you enter your email address. It spells out in the rules of the contest. We're not going to use your email address for shit unless it's for notifying you that you've won.
Okay.
You put in your email address and a URL of you recommending our podcast. It can be on
like Facebook or Twitter.
Facebook, Twitter.
Okay.
A forum site that you like. I don't really care. Please make it legit, because if you do win, we're going to verify it. If you do post to social media site like Google Plus or Facebook, make sure that post is public. Because, again, if we can't verify it, we're not going to give you a $200 thingamajig.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's cool. So we're trying to try this new kind of guerrilla marketing style.
Okay.
You can enter as many as you as often as you'd like, so long as they're unique submissions.
Okay.
And good luck. Also, why don't you pimp the intro music? I think you've forgotten that for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, I always forget that. It's my brother's band. It's called My Stereana. You can find all of their music at mystereanamusic.com. It's good stuff, man. I mean, we had them write up this intro custom for us, and it's, I don't know, pretty indicative of what they write.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're actually smashing on the indie scene. I know that they've been like dominating they've had their fans.
Red Rooster Radio. They've been controlling that thing.
They've been making that shit run.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
So if you'd like them, go over and vote for them over there.
I'm sure they would appreciate that.
They would, yeah. Okay, let's get into the recap. This episode was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you. We haven't really talked about it much. We always save it for the cast, but it didn't really hit all of the bases for me this time.
Really?
I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm probably like a 6.
Watching Rick.
6 to 7.
Are we going right into the recap, or are we giving our feelings?
We're going to give our feelings on the episode.
Okay,
like
I have a theory.
And
I got a lot of feedback giving me kudos on this. That my shitty reading of the Drunken Spoilers last week made it sound like such an awful episode that people are actually pleasantly surprised.
Little did they know, but AMC actually paid us to read that drunkenly.
I found myself in the same boat. I'm going to give it a solid 7. I really liked the scene between Merle and Daryl, for example.
There were a couple of standout scenes, yeah.
Yeah. I really liked anything involving Herschel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give credit where it's due later on in the episode, but
for sure,
yeah, I was totally digging this episode.
Okay,
rebounded after last week's Suckfest, and I think the other thing is like you get used to some of the show's craziness, like
you do.
Like 3 or 4 times they've had Rick be batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
like lead paint chip eating crazy, and I'm just kind of getting used to it. It's like what I said on Sunday. It's like boiling a frog in water. You just slowly turn up the heat, and he doesn't even know it. They're just slowly turning up the ridiculousness, and they're like, compare this to the pilot.
Oh, compare this,
and you'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?" But
yeah, compare this to even some of the stuff at the beginning of season 3. I thought was really strong.
Yeah, season 3A was strong. Season 3B, the jury's kind of still out on. But.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just not as strong as the other stuff I've seen.
Yeah,
and we have a lot of listeners who disagree with us.
Oh,
completely. A lot of them were really on board with this, especially once it got to the end with the battle scene at the prison. I mean, yes, that was awesome. In some ways, it was awesome. In some ways, it was kind of bullshit. We'll talk about all that when we get to it.
Yeah.
But, let's go.
People refusing to use the scopes on their rifles.
Tell me about it.
Or even aim.
Yeah.
In Maggie's case.
Okay, let's get into the recap.
Yep.
It starts off with Rick spotting Lori standing over the graves of all the people that have died in this prison. And he goes down to meet her. And when he gets there, she disappears. But she reappears on the outside of the fence. So, of course, Rick, being crazy, goes out there to meet her.
As far as ghosts
and
go,
Michonne is just watching, right?
As far as ghosts go, she's a vengeful spirit, man. She's luring him further outside the prison.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is interesting because this is not... Okay, so I was reading this article, this interview with Sarah Wynn Callies, and she was talking about like what it was like to film those final scenes and like what that character is now, because she said that character is not Lori in any capacity. I mean, the character certainly looks like Lori, but the character is actually Rick's idealized version of what he, through his rose-colored glasses, is remembering her as.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
I'll
So she said it was like she wasn't even playing the same character, which there's not much acting going on here. She's standing there in a white dress. Right? But that's what we're supposed to take away from it, I guess. Yeah.
You in acting.
Come on. She did a hell of a job in her death scene.
She did. I honestly think Mazera was cutting her off screen. It's the only way they got that performance out of her.
They really gave her
a knife
C-section.
jammed in her gut, just twisting it.
Well, he was doing that to us in the entire season, so he's used to it. We go back to Woodbury, and the governor goes to see Andrea, who's deep in thought. She's reflecting about recent events and what she's going to do about it. He tells Andrea that she should lead the people temporarily while he gets his shit together, essentially. Because, I mean, he's admitting here, right, that he's not capable of leading these people anymore. Certainly for the time being, at least. And no one else is going to do it. I mean, Milton's not going to do it, obviously. Martinez, I don't know how you say his name. He's not fit for it at all. So it falls on Andrea, and she seems reluctant but willing.
Well, I mean, I think she's feeling out the governor here because his bullshit excuses are kind of just that. I mean, it's wearing thin on her. And then this combined with the next scene, I'm really looking for Andrea to make a break with this group real soon. Yeah,
he played, in this scene, the zombie daughter card. And the cure card.
I don't think it impressed her that much.
No, I don't think so either.
Especially, how convinced you were when she's like, well, what about Rick's group in the prison? Oh, them? I'm just going to leave them alone. Not going to try to find them. You're not going to attack. Oh, what would that get us? That's just try. I mean, come on.
It's they're going to get me my eye back.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't buy that for a second. The other thing I don't buy is what they're trying to set up with this bullshit gate out front. They've got 4 dudes with machine guns standing up there watching out on this one side of the town, right?
And one girl.
Well, she wasn't in this shot.
Oh, okay.
She's guarding later, yeah. Am I supposed to believe that the rest of the wall surrounding the city is impenetrable, or that there are an equal number of people lining the entire wall around the town?
I'd say you got probably double up the gate because that's the obvious entry point.
That's what I'm saying. So why are more people... So more people should technically be guarding the other areas which aren't as heavily secured.
No, why would the gate is the easiest way to get in the city because it's actually an entrance. So why wouldn't you guard that heavily?
Okay, I see what you're saying. But Is there like a stone wall around this town?
No, I don't know, because I want to say that at some point,
Or a billion tires.
The governor's got like 19 thugs roundabout.
Does he? How did you calculate
I don't know.
that?
That number popped in my head.
Okay.
Kind of like Lori popped into Rick's vision.
Well, he's got 18
I'm going to
now.
go with it. Yeah. Well, he's lost a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot. So he might be down to... I mean, how many guys do you think he took on that National Guard mission?
National Guard mission.
Yeah, when he wiped
to
them out.
those soldiers. Yeah,
Maybe like 10?
There were like 6 or at least 6.
Yeah, I was thinking like 6 to 10. And
probably.
taking on the Rick mission, it seemed like they just had 4.
Yeah,
Him,
yeah.
2 other dudes and Martinez.
Like 4 or 5 of them got killed in Rick's raid on the city.
Oh, and the dude up in the tower.
Yeah, the dude in the tower got
he got
log
ganked
jammed.
too. I mean, honestly, Rick's group is making out better.
Yeah, they're going to win the war of attrition, right?
Seems like it.
I mean,
Because
if all they're doing is taking out Axel, the guy who can't even use a gun,
right,
they're not doing very good.
Axel's not really a loss.
No. He's less of a loss than Carol is, because Carol can presumably fire a weapon.
Yeah, Carol's competent, and I've actually kind of grown to like her over the last season.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. Andrea's definitely not happy with the governor right now, which is good to see. It's good that she's not back to her old normal Andrea self, being totally oblivious to everything.
Right.
My question here is, how much of this governor's speech, like saying "we need you," is genuine? Like, do you think he feels something for Andrea, or is he just trying to manipulate her into staying and helping him with the town?
I don't know. I honestly can't read it.
It was tough for me too.
I mean, so
I do feel like most of it's genuine because of all of the loss that he's sustained, right? I mean, he lost his entire family. He's now losing the town. He probably doesn't want to lose the one thing that's been good to him over the past month.
This is true, and also he's got some kind of weird connection to her through his wife somehow, his ex-wife.
Oh, kind of looking like her?
His widowed wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's that, but I mean, I never knew how much he cared of her other than a wife surrogate for him, because I don't know, he had those steady stream of women he was pounding.
Yeah.
Not that that's a replacement for a real relationship, but he doesn't seem like the relationship type.
Well, he reminds me of the dude from the last episode of Girls. He's lost his wife, and now he's just pounding it out.
Oh, gotcha.
Try to replace her. Okay, moving on. While they're hunting, Daryl is trying to convince Merle to go back to the prison with him. That doesn't really work. What happens here? I think it's just a short scene with them talking about, like, trying to find food and stuff, right?
Well, and I think I got the impression that, number one, Merle's a world-class spitter.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Both of the Dixons are.
Number 2 is Merle's afraid. He's
Yes.
honestly afraid about going back to that prison and dealing. I mean, he now knows something about Rick's group that he didn't before. They're badasses. They're
Yeah.
commandos.
Uh-huh.
And
Also, that's not the only thing he's afraid of. He's also afraid of losing his brother, because we see later when Daryl finally says, "Fuck this, I'm going back."
yeah.
He goes with him, regardless of the danger that he's going to find at the prison.
And that's the other thing. Like when the governor rolled up tough on Merle last season, and scolded him for getting his fight with Poindexter.
Yeah.
I really got the opinion that Merle don't want to be out alone.
Yeah.
In this, nobody, even a tough son of a bitch like him. So it's
Yeah.
like, if Daryl left him and he couldn't go back to the prison, he's kind of fucked, and he knows it.
I get the opinion, based on this episode and some of the back and forth between Daryl and Merle, that Merle is not as much of a badass as he pretends to be.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yes, when he's with a group of elite commandos, sure, he can do a little bit to help out. But when he's on his own, he's not going to be able to do that. And there's specifically a line, it's in one of these scenes where they're in the woods and talking, and Merle seems almost like jealous. I think it's when they go to the bridge and they're both talking about like where the water is and what lake or what river this is. And Daryl is the one who correctly calls it. And that just shows to me that Merle is not as good at this as he might think he is.
Or at least he's maybe rusty.
Yeah, maybe rusty.
I don't know.
I mean, he's been in that town for a while and just following the governor. So, moving on. Glenn and Carl are planning what to do about the governor. And Glenn declares that they're staying and begins delivering orders. This is kind of where they're drawing chalk outlines on
Sure.
on the floor of the prison
Battle
there.
lines
I
have
like
been
this.
drawn.
I like to see Glenn back to his StarCraft days, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I like to see him planning out tactics and
Yeah, that was
planning
a
missions.
thing we haven't seen in several seasons.
since season 1.
Yeah,
right?
he was the well bait guy in season 2, and
Yeah, I
getting
hated
with,
that Glenn.
Getting with Maggie's side boob, but I mean, we lost
okay.
this side.
That's a
of
better
him.
Glenn.
That's a better look for him.
Yeah.
But man, I tell you what, fucking Michonne,
Tell me about it.
can't she get a? I mean, really, this is how you want to portray her,
Yep. Let's have her on the podcast.
Michonne.
As a matter of fact, she's here. Come on in,
Yes,
Michonne.
Critics have leveled that your character is poorly written and uses glowering silence in a place of dialogue. How do you respond?
Good point.
Compelling.
yeah.
Compelling. Also,
So she does have a line here, right? Heads in the fish tanks. He's like a lunatic.
yeah, but then,
But she says nothing, nothing about Rick being outside of the gates. He's like,
yes,
she saw this. Everyone
on
needs to
lookout.
know this.
He's on a sign on lookout, which we find out later, and she's
Insane.
not saying anything. In fact, when Glenn's like, "Hey, are you with me on this plan to fuck over the governor?" She's like rolling her eyes and like,
and
whatever.
then just gives a
okay.
nod. Yeah.
But I had the line of the night, which surprisingly didn't get a lot of love.
Oh.
But I put the dictatorship is about to suffer a Glensurrection. That's a good line, man.
That's strong.
I got 4 likes on that shit.
That
man.
is strong.
I was hurt. I was hurt, people.
You'll probably get more now. They'll go back, they'll look at the feed and
Yeah.
say, oh, yeah, that was a good
I don't
line.
want your pity likes.
Oh, man. I don't know about Herschel's assessment of what happened with Glenn and Maggie and everybody at
Nobody does at this
governors-
point. No, everybody's in the dark.
Woodbury. He just like, he says, hey, you went out there and you got your ass kicked. Well, they were ambushed and not expecting it. This time they would be expecting it. Like Glenn might actually have a chance of getting into the town and killing the governor, especially with the help of Michonne.
All right.
Maybe. I don't know. Moving on. The governor goes to see Milton, basically to confirm his loyalty. I mean, he just asks him, like, would you take a bullet for me? Which I don't buy for a second. And he also asks Milton to keep tabs on Andrea for him.
Yeah, which is the whole point of the buttering up.
Yes. Yeah. But
this guy's such a fucking nerd. He's sitting there with his headphones on,
listening to whale
listening
sounds.
to alpha waves. Yeah.
Essentially.
Mating calls of waves and gets, about shits his pants and the governor throws a hammer on a table, whatever.
Yeah.
Surely he's not going to survive.
No. What if that had been a zombie?
I mean, I'm on like a liver DEFCON.
You've got what? 3? No.
like
You've got 4 episodes.
Like if liver
5?
DEFCON 5 is where I'm actually chugging a 5th.
Yeah.
I'm like at a DEFCON 1. I'm on a LiverCon
Okay.
1 right now.
All right.
He's just I can't take this character seriously. Especially when we get to the next scene where he's trying to dissemble with Andrea.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, fantastic.
Can't do it.
I'm-
Can't do it.
Okay, when we get to that scene, I want to talk a little bit about the guy who plays Milton and everything.
Okay. John Ritter.
No.
John Ritter's
But
son.
Uncanny resemblance. No, my thing here is when he tells the governor that he would take a bullet for him, I don't buy it. I think that maybe Milton would like to think he would, but he's not the kind of guy who jumps in front of a bullet to save somebody else. He's the guy who hides under the table while the governor gets pumped full of bullets.
Oh yeah. He's brave and courageous does not go hand in hand with Poindexter.
No, certainly not. And I think the governor knows that, actually. But the fact that he's willing to at least say that he would, it shows him that he's still loyal. I don't know.
Right on.
Andrea's looking for the governor. This is where she's outside and runs up to Milton. No one gives her a straight answer about where he is, not even Milton, who kind of dances around it, asking more questions, maybe. This guy who plays Milton, I don't know what he's like in real life or in any of his other movies or anything. But he's playing a really good introverted scientist guy, isn't he?
You think so?
I think so.
I think he's playing a sci-fi channel guy.
But he's playing it
Like
with...
he's the guy that's
I
in the
think
basement
he's-
that's done all the groundbreaking research on the Shocktopus or the Sharktopus. You know?
Yes, I will give you that. But he's also... I feel like he looks the part, which helps. He's full of cowardice.
He's very mannered.
In my opinion.
And he's very mannered.
Yeah, he's very mannered. I don't know. I just think he's playing a really good introvert, a guy who is smart, doesn't think. I don't know. Maybe I like this guy because for the same reason I like Gale from Breaking Bad is there's a little bit of me in him somewhere, right?
Maybe.
I'm not alpha male. I'm not Rick running around shooting guns and stuff. I'm probably a little bit more like Poindexter.
All right. Well, maybe a cup of tea. I could use some this herbal with the honey and lemon now
with some cocaine in it.
I like the fact. I like to see the bitchy rifle girl has stepped up to take up the slack.
Yeah.
In the defensive line that shitty bow girl left.
Definitely.
From dying.
And not taking any shit from Andrea at all.
Well, I like that about her, too.
Yeah. And plus, I think she's hotter than shitty bow girl.
She didn't tuck her earlobes in, or the tips of her ears into her hat.
Well, to be fair, we haven't seen her with a hat on.
She wasn't wearing, Daisy Duke rolled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. All right. She's classier.
Right.
A lot classier than shitty bow girl.
Classier. Speaking of classy, what did you think about the advertisement, which was right before or after the scene about the Walking Dead in black and white?
Oh, okay.
That they're making a big deal about.
Yeah. So I was going to talk about this at the end, but let's do it.
Okay.
I actually like it. I think
Are they just doing the first season? Because season 2, I just don't think is going to work in black and white.
Once they get to tell it's the frogs, it's all over. You can't show season 1 ever again.
Tell us the Turner
its
Classic
entirety.
Movies. Colorize this shit.
Oh man. Wouldn't it be awesome? So here's what I think they're doing. I think they're doing a little bit of an homage to Night of the Living Dead, kind of the granddaddy of all the zombie flicks. So that's why I do like it. I also see it as AMC just wants to run their biggest hit show over and over and over again as much as they can. So that's kind of the ploy there. Now, it would be funny if they did this black and white one, and then they did... Do you remember the 90s version of Night of the Living Dead? If they did a colorized, a badly colorized version of the black and white version of Walking Dead, I think that would be awesome. And they would kind of earn points again from me.
Well, I mean, I guess what their thought is they can't go wrong running reruns, and if they do something with a little bit of the homage factor, that they're going to, rake in the big bucks. I mean, it might work. Are you going to watch it?
No.
No, me either. I can watch it right now. I can just go to my TV saturation 0, and there you go.
Yeah, I mean, are
they going to do anything but that? Or are they actually going to make it any kind of a process? I couldn't tell.
I think they're just going black and white.
Oh, all right. Well, interesting.
They should badly dub it. I think they should go all out with stuff like that. That would be awesome.
That costs money.
Fair enough.
As I pointed out, it doesn't cost any money to decolorize something.
True.
So,
all right. Well, let's move on. Glenn gets back from scouting the backside of the building, or the backside of the prison, rather, which has been overrun with walkers once again. They thought they cleared that out, but nope. He's leaving to take Maggie on a mission, but this is where they kind of get into a blow up about what happened with the governor. She's pissed about it. What was your takeaway from their exchange here? Because at first it seemed weird to me.
Well, I mean, it's hard for me to understand exactly why Maggie's upset. I asked my girlfriend, and she said she thought it was because Glenn was acting so angry. And making it all about him and not really being, he's more involved in his own anger and his own sense of vengeance than kind of worrying about her and even what happened and all that.
That kind of jives with what I remember from that scene.
Natalie Kay wrote and said she thought the writers were trying to show classic responses to what she went through. She's possibly angry and lashing out because often women feel like they brought the assault on themselves. Not because they did, but because we were brought up to not provoke such an attack, by crossing your legs, covering up, behave ladylike. So when sexual assault happens, immediately start asking yourself what you did wrong. Again, not because you did anything wrong. Your logic and all your modern woman lessons yell at you that you didn't do anything, but your emotional side still feels like you did something wrong. Sometimes, too, if you didn't actually get raped, you feel pathetic or feeling like that. You're again angry at yourself because you know everyone knows actual rape is the true horror, but here you are crying like a baby over something that was not their full crime. So I thought that was an interesting take on it. The other thing I heard, I can't remember if this was from Facebook or a female friend I was talking to, but they wondered if it wasn't that she was upset because Glenn didn't give up.
That was my initial thought. I think.
Oh, was it you? You were my female friend I was talking to.
Yes, I was a female friend. That was my initial thought, but after hearing like a lot of responses, we got some in listener feedback in emails as well. I think there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
There are a lot of different reasons why she's angry and why Glenn is angry. Certainly, Glenn was as angry as he is because of what he thought happened.
Yeah. But now it's like, well, it's okay because she didn't get technically raped.
Yeah,
I can see
it's
how
weird.
this would piss off Maggie, and also I kind of dig how this is going. I mean, it feels like after all the bullshit, stupid things argued about in season 2 by everyone, this is something for characters to be at odds about. That's interesting. You don't know how it's going to be resolved. You can understand both sides,
and it's complicated too. It's not just
very complicated.
This straightforward thing that we're supposed to immediately know. We have to kind of infer here what's going on,
right?
And it gives people something to talk about. So
it's interesting also because I think it gives a little bit of inside window on Glenn. Like Glenn's always kind of been this milquetoast dude for me, but I mean, this experience he had really brought out, number one, the zombie killer in him, because he just turned into a beast when he was beaten by Merle and let that zombie unleashed on him, and then
rip some bones out, and
implying what they did to his girlfriend, and now he's like consumed by vengeance, and he doesn't want to plan and think and just strike back now.
Yeah.
That reveals a side of him that I didn't know existed.
Definitely. Certainly didn't see that when he was going down in the well.
No. Right.
All right, moving on. Carol and Axel are out fortifying the bridge while they chat about Axel's past and flirt a little bit. Mm-hmm. Getting a little nonchalant.
Slightly offended at how quickly Carol's moved on from Daryl.
Right? Daryl's gone. Oh, Axel.
Yeah, have we had a full day-night cycle since that happened?
No. It's been 3 hours.
Right. So I just thought that was like a little soon.
Yeah, I think you're right. We do find out here that apparently...
But wait, are we sure that Carol and Daryl actually had something?
No, we're not actually positive there was a romance there. We know that they certainly had feelings for her.
Okay. Daryl, I never could tell whether he did or not.
Yeah, Daryl was kind of afraid of letting anybody get close to him, I think.
That, and also you could argue that maybe that he saw her as more of a maternal comfort figure than a sexual one.
Yeah.
But I think she wanted...
Bow, chicka, wow.
She did.
Yeah. As evidenced in this scene. I mean, she's getting flirty with Axel.
Yeah.
Anything that comes along her path, she's jumping on top of it.
Right. But it's like the other thing is like Axel actually was surprisingly charming this episode, which is the Walking Dead's motif. Right before you kill somebody, play up their backstory, give them some juicy lines. But still, this is the guy that hit on a 16-year-old and kind of like defended it, and then hit on her and called her a lesbian. And I mean, I get it. He's almost the last man on Earth.
Almost.
That's from her perspective. But still, come on, Carol.
And apparently, he's in prison for armed robbery. That he claims to have not actually committed.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe anything this guy says at this point.
No, hell no.
He's a liar.
It's just like Red said in The Shawshank Redemption. There is not a single guilty man in this prison.
Yeah.
So it's like, what incentive would he have to tell the truth?
None.
He's already lied twice. One's, I'm just in here because of drugs, and now I'm in here for armed robbery, but it was really a squirt gun. I mean, come on.
I don't buy it. Not buying it, Axel.
Liar, liar, pants on fire, on speed.
I especially don't buy it because I think I was listening to another podcast today where they were talking about Lou Temple, who's the guy who plays him, and what he... No, I was reading an article, an interview with Lou Temple, and he said that basically he was playing this character very close to the vest. Like if you notice when you see Axel, he is always covered up. He's not like, even in the heat outdoors, he's wearing his full jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And he says that's because the tattoo that shows on his neck was not the only tattoo that he was going to have. And there were going to be a lot of things you learned about Axel later on.
Did they not tell him their plans? Like, this seems like
that's
bullshit.
what I'm wondering. Now, I don't know if that's like what the actor had in his head before he even knew that he was going to get axed this episode, or if they, like, the show legitimately had other plans for him.
Well, and you never
beyond
know.
That,
I mean,
then just changed him.
Some actors get way into the method thing. Like, for example, Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
Did you read an interview with him where I think it was a Terry Gross interview on NPR, because he has the swastika tattoos and a lot of racist tattoos on him for Justified.
Yeah.
And in season 1, he would go out in public with cut off sleeves to have lunch and stuff with the makeup on to feel people's reactions and to hear that, because, he's not famous enough that people would be like, oh, Walton Goggins,
Yeah.
And he's like, super uncomfortable. And
I bet.
But that helped him kind of get into Boyd's skin.
Wow.
So now this guy is no Walton Goggins, and this isn't Boyd Crowder.
Although,
for a role.
Crossover time, he was in this week's episode of Justified.
He was. Yes,
so,
he was.
Freaking cool there.
Yeah. No, but you know what I'm saying?
But
so
you're right,
like,
yeah.
I don't know how much of this is just him trying to make something out of nothing, because, hell, he only lasted 2 episodes past Oscar.
Yeah.
And the Oscar dude was not that thrilled about the way he went out. So,
Yeah.
We'll see.
Ah, boy. Anyway. Daryl and Merle are back in the woods. They're arguing about which river they found, and they hear a baby crying. Mm-hmm. And they spot a family being attacked by walkers on a bridge. Daryl moves in to save them. And once they're safe, Merle starts to look through the stuff, but Daryl stops him and lets the family leave. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a long sequence here with a battle in between. And the kill of the week.
Oh, God,
the zombie kill of the week. When Daryl stabs the one with the arrow, the crossbow bolt, right?
No, hell no. He took that one zombie tailgating.
Fuck yeah, that was amazing. The amount of blood that came out of that zombie head was disgusting.
Yeah.
Deliciously disgusting.
There are some bad edits in this, because did you notice, like, every inch of Daryl's hands were covered in blood when he slammed the tailgate.
Yeah.
But then when he brought his hands up to shoot the crossbow, next scene, clean.
Nice. Yeah, well.
Maybe he had some KFC wet wipes.
Sure.
He's the fastest wipe in the West. Southwest. Southeast. Whatever.
Yeah, good stuff. So this is where the sign at the end says Yellow Jacket Creek, and we talked about that already.
Right.
But really cool stuff from Daryl here, showing once again that he is still a badass. We haven't seen that from him in a little while. And we got a freaking awesome scene here.
He's pretty badass in the finale episode. But yeah.
The half-season finale?
Yeah, I take your meaning.
Well,
we should see him be badass. We should see him be badass in every episode,
we should.
Honestly.
There should just be the 10 minutes of Daryl section of Walking Dead. Oh, boy. Okay, moving on. After saving the family, Merle and Daryl have a blowout over what just happened and things that have happened in their past. Apparently,
fantastic scene.
Yeah, this was a great scene because we get so few of these scenes with Daryl, right? There's so little emotion actually coming from Daryl that when you combine it with the fact that he's got Ken here and they're dealing with deep-seated family issues, it's pretty impressive.
Not only that, but he put Merle on his ass. Like this rapid fire, just whipped around. Look, I went back, you weren't there. And I didn't cut that hand off, you did. And way before we got on the roof, you asked for it because you're a simple-minded piece of shit.
Yeah.
Boom.
Conversation over.
Basically, Merle had nothing left to do but to try to like smack him around, which is, you kind of got from previous flashbacks as his go-to move. And then I guess he sees where Daryl's daddy beat him like he was beat.
Yeah.
This is the part this is the part of spoiler recap that I completely butchered and didn't understand what was going on because reading that felt very flat and lifeless. But this was awesome.
Yeah, it was like, and then Daryl hits the ground, and then his shirt's ripped off, and then Merle looks at him.
And he sees the scars are the same as his. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So, no, Merle didn't even know that Daryl was abused, apparently.
Yeah, but I think Daryl...
I buy that. The acting was
so?
good here. It was genuine.
My take on that, because Daryl kind of like called him on it, and Merle's like, that might have been your fantasy, but you had to know you left this, and you knew why you left, and you left me was a younger version of you. What the hell did you think was going to happen?
Sure. So he could have probably guessed what was going to happen. I don't think he ever saw it happen.
No. Sure.
So, yeah, maybe he was deluding himself a little bit to think, oh, if I just leave, my brother will be fine.
But it broke Merle down. I mean, he's not exactly reduced to tears, but...
Damn near.
Especially when he said, I can't go back.
Yeah. Hell of a performance from Michael Rooker. Yeah. I love watching Michael Rooker perform. Yeah. He is incredible.
Yeah.
Even when he's being a total asshole.
Yeah. And yeah. Oh, yeah. And Daryl's parting shot is like, even though I'm the one walking away, it's going to be you leaving me again.
Yep.
Fantastic. Stuff, man. Oh, God. I mean...
Best scene of the episode, in my opinion.
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
Okay. Glenn's heading out to secure the back of the prison, and he's taking the car. And Herschel kind of questions him about what he's doing, why he's trying to be the leader, why he's so angry, all sorts of stuff coming from Herschel here. And while Herschel's out there, he spots Rick outside the fence. Mm-hmm. Doesn't go down there yet because he's got to really soak in the fact that Michonne didn't say a damn word about this. I got to say, I lost a little faith in Carl's lookout skills during the scene because Herschel goes out there and immediately sees Rick roaming around. Carl has presumably been out there for hours. Hasn't seen his dad.
Yeah, but he's kind of like, Rick's gone in and out of the brush. I mean, when we next see Rick, he's like, I don't know. Yeah.
Herschel just got lucky, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Plus, wasn't Beth standing by?
Oh, well, yeah.
Distraction.
Who could blame him?
He's 12 years old.
Is he 12 anymore? I think he's older than that now.
Yeah, I think he's 35.
He will be next season. Yeah.
His face has changed shape 3 times since they first started making this show.
I feel like I should throw in the obligatory Lost reference, but I won't.
Yeah.
We go back inside the prison, and we get a short scene with Beth trying to cheer up Maggie with little baby ass kicker.
Yeah, I actually was impressed
right in her arms.
The way Beth handed off Judith there. It wasn't half bad.
Yeah?
Wasn't the like freak horror show that her holding him was last week.
She Joe Montana that shit.
I did put in my notes, like, oh, that's Rich, her showing how to hold a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now support it from the leg.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Press the soft spot.
So do you think this is... I mean, does Beth sense what's going on here and how angry her sister is and do this to actually cheer her up, or does she actually want to cook breakfast for her dad?
The former for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, that's good of her. I didn't think Beth had any sense in her head whatsoever, but that's nice of her to do. Herschel then goes down to the fence to try to snap Rick out of his haze, and Rick confesses that he saw Lori and Shane,
wait,
and he thinks it means something.
Was this an audio joke that they play, or not a joke, but a trick? Because, like, the first few times he called Rick, it sounded like some kind of animal.
Oh,
like,
did it?
I mean, it didn't.
Well, we're definitely supposed to think that this is Rick just hallucinating.
Okay.
Or at least we're supposed to think that that's what Rick thinks.
Right.
Right? Because he's looking around and he doesn't see anything, and then several calls, and he's walking across the bridge, and he finally stumbles into Herschel's face.
What do you think Andrew Lincoln's performance in this?
This might be controversial, but I kind of liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just think
I thought he was so distracted by the apparitions that he saw and what was going on, his mission to find Lori, that he couldn't have this conversation with Herschel. Like, it wasn't a conversation. It was just him vaguely understanding what the words were and saying something.
Right.
I thought it was effective as a guy who is like just totally out of it.
I found it very distracting because he's this guy. He's like sweaty as hell. He's got like Jerry curl hair suddenly.
How long has he been out there? Because Herschel said you're tired, you need rest.
And he's been zombie free, which weird considering what happens at the end of the episode. And he's just all like, Herschel, I don't have time to talk to you. My wife is out here. She's ate a sandwich and she is stacked again. I wish I wanted to watch that scene a couple more times to work on my impression, because he's just got this really thick quality about him that I just.
Yeah.
And it might be just me, because I think crazy Andrew Lincoln is bad Andrew Lincoln. And I've seen a little bit too much crazy.
I think you're mostly right about that, honestly. And I think you're right about that, too. They're going a little too far with this. Like,
I mean, he's
one more episode of Crazy Rick, and I'm done with Crazy Rick, right?
Right. Like, even Herschel's kind of, there's a little bit of tinge of, I can see you like this, but if anybody else is, you can start confessing, it's going to be bad, Rick.
Yep. Another reason
Glenn's
I like
gone
this,
off the resign. I got 2 daughters one daughter's gone crazy, one is trying to murder a baby. We need you. And Rick's like, well, you should lead.
Yeah.
Come on.
I do kind of like Rick being out of commission here for at least temporarily, so that other people can have a chance to shine, right? I mean, he's like the center of the show most of the time. I want to see Glenn take a shot at leading this. I want to see Beth take a shot at leading this group.
Sure, but there's got to be better ways to get him out of commission than have him being a lunatic.
But I'm trying to look on the bright side here.
All right.
He's out of commission. Happy days. And then the battle begins. And that's the end of the episode.
Pretty much.
So what do you think of this battle?
I like the fact that they cut Axel off mid-dumbass story.
Yes, I like that.
Like, it's
that
almost like they punished him
for
they punished him for telling that awful joke.
I know. It's the last thing he said.
What was his problem? He wouldn't give me any.
Gone.
Yeah. A couple things. James V asked, why didn't they shoot Carl? Or no, wait a second.
Carl? Yeah, Carl was he down by the gates?
No, I'm sorry. I got this. I've butchered this. I'm gonna have to hit the eject button on this.
Okay.
Some people ask why did they shoot Axel and not like Carl Jr. Or some of the other targets?
Because presumably they see a guy in a prisoner's outfit, a healthy male.
That's what I'm saying.
And they take him out.
It sounds sexist.
They don't take out the kid. They don't take out the woman next to him.
It sounds sexist, but from the governor's point of view, you've got woman, teenage girl, preteen boy. If Herschel's still out there by the fence, crippled old man.
Yeah. Who are you going to take out first?
Yeah.
The able-bodied man, probably.
I agree.
So that was my thinking. Of course, that was a completely wasted shot because he wouldn't have been any help anyway.
It's got to be, right? It's got to be Carol. Carol's got to be getting a complex at this point, too. Like, the second she starts showing affection for people, they either take off or get their head shot.
See, now you're getting spoilery on our listener emails here.
What?
We have some listeners writing in about this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got Carol standing next to T-Dog when he dies. We got Carol standing next to Axel when he dies. Daryl shouldn't get too close, apparently.
Yeah, no kidding. So I don't know. There's just such an interesting mix of awesome shots and really lousy shots.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about like from a cinematography. I'm talking about from a shooter's perspective. Because like when Rick is in wide open and he's running across a bridge, shots are just spraying all over the place and missing him by a wide margin. Mm-hmm. Suddenly he ducks behind a bridge and Martinez becomes a crack shot and like is missing his head by inches, like fraction of inches.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know.
It gets worse too because once the Woodbury people are gone, they all become crack shots again.
Right.
I mean, they can take out a zombie, no problem. It's the guilt that they feel taking out a human.
And the governor is just standing and wide open.
That annoyed me the most. I mean, he's not even aiming. He's not even shooting at anything. He's shooting into the air randomly.
Right.
I mean, he's got that thing cocked to the side. He's just firing from his hip.
He's just doing because he's getting his gun off.
Yes.
Which, okay, fine. But that seems like just the amount of ammo these people are going through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing. And the governor's just pissing it away like it's going out of style.
I presume that the governor has a lot of ammo because he has been raiding National Guard trucks and things like that. He's got a lot of ammo.
Yeah, but it's not like they're making any more.
Fair enough. They could.
And Rick's group doesn't have that much ammo.
Unless they have a cache of weapons in the prison.
I thought that that was one of the things they said, that there wasn't, there's medical supplies and all that, but there wasn't much in the way of.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, they had that riot gear.
Yeah, Glenn was wearing
the blood.
some.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
What do you think about the
walker wagon?
The effectiveness of hiding behind a filing cabinet when someone is shooting an automatic weapon at you?
It's not very, but I thought the same thing when they're setting up those little flimsy metal tables against things.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going
or
to
car
help.
doors. That's the one thing that gets me is bullets go through so much more than you'd think.
Right.
They just don't show that in the movies.
No. I mean, engine block, take cover behind that.
Mm-hmm.
But car door, not going to do much.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, so the zombie van, what'd you think of that?
It seems... So what is the governor's plan here?
His plan is to burn them out with zombies.
But it seems like I don't know. It seems like he had them in a really bad spot, and he could have pressed of his vantage, but he just decides to, run.
Yeah.
Like that was his grand strategy. I'm gonna run down this fence, and I'm going to unleash 15 walkers
and hope they can't deal with them.
Smile like an idiot and leave. I don't know. It didn't make a lot of good logical sense. Who was driving the car? Who was driving the van wearing all the armor?
Oh, it was definitely Andrea. No, I don't know.
It was definitely a woman, though.
It seemed like a woman.
I feel like it's bitchy rifle girl.
You think so?
Yeah.
Could have been. She seemed capable of running like that.
Yeah, she's capable of stonewalling Andrea.
Yeah. I don't know about this plan, honestly. I think their plan was foiled at least a little bit by Rick being outside the fence. Well, I don't think they expected that at all.
I thought they did a bad job of, that would have made perfect sense if Rick had been able to flank them. Mm-hmm. And I guess, thank God, Rick had a psychotic break, or else, he probably been walking around the courtyard and gotten taken out right off the bat. So, yay for Rick being crazy. But, I felt like that would have been, and I thought that was the angle they were going to take, that Rick was going to be able to flank him. And then, because, knowing the spoilers like we did, then the Dixon brothers show up, and that would have routed them.
Yeah.
But no, the governor's like, this is going so awesome. Yeah. Let's let him sit and stew on this before. Yeah. I don't know.
It didn't make much sense. All right, that's the end of the episode. Real quick.
I was just thinking real quick, though, that actually the governor might have given them a more defensible position, because they've got effectively a walker moat now. That is giant
just
fence,
leave them,
courtyard full of walkers, and then it's nice secured area where there's still plenty of room to move and whatnot.
Even if they were confined to just the prison itself.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to wait a long time to wait them out.
Right. Honestly, if I was Rick's group, I'd have looked into getting the walkers herded into the runs. The space between the two fences.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd have been, that's like a super effective deterrent.
Yeah, create a real zombie mode.
Yeah.
Nice. Dig a big trench down there.
And I tell you what, also I noticed that it seems like we're sponsored by Dodge this year.
Are we?
Because they found a brand new fucking big-ass quad cab, Hemi-powered Dodge that they're driving around.
All right.
When a Hyundai, whatever.
Hyundai's gone, huh?
What is it? What's the
Sonata? Is that what it is?
Well, they got that, but what's the Shane-mobile?
Shane-mobile. I don't remember the model.
Sorrento? That's a Kia.
Yeah, that's Kia.
Anyway,
that's a personal arrogance thing.
Fuck it. Anyway.
All right, zombie kill of the week. Obviously, Daryl with the hatchback.
The gate crasher.
God, that was amazing.
That was awesome.
Idiot survivor of the week. I'm going to give it to Michonne for being a silent statue the entire episode.
Wow, you had to work extra hard, Michonne, to beat out Rick.
I did.
You can't get much more dumbass than.
But I give Rick a break because he's psychotic.
But he knows he's psychotic.
Oh, good point.
That's the other thing that it's like.
When he's talking with her.